Hello everyone, my name's Glad4Me, and today I'll be showing you the rest of the MTX currently in the cash shop of Last Epoch. I say the rest because if you haven't seen the previous video where I show off the 4 supporter packs, and you're interested in checking that out, I'll put a link in the description. Well, here's the rest of the MTX. Hello everyone, welcome back. I hope you liked this iteration of the rest of the cash shop in the MTX videos. I just want to go over things I disliked and I liked. Just give a little more context because while making these videos, I do get to see all of them and the little nuances. And I just want to give my thoughts and opinions out there. So I'm going to start off with things I dislike. I did not like the iridescent cloak, the $50 yellow cloak. It reminds me of like the curtain you would see at your grandma's that she got from the 70s. The color was unflattering, it felt too thin, it was just really like for me the worst of the cloaks. Followed by like speaking of cloaks, like Sunflare cloak. Sunflare cloak. I found it was like too small compared to some of the body types, especially for like the Sentinel and Primalist. And like it was too thin. Like the design of the blue down the center of it was often like almost like folded up into the side of the cloaks, and it would really like hide it and make the cloak feel really unflattering. And then like you got the triangle, or sorry, the diamond shape at the top with the design in it, which wasn't bad, but when it's going like down thinly into the lower cloak visual, it was just not for me, really, honestly. It just didn't look nice. Um, and the Embermane Tiger, which is a really cool pet. Probably, like, for me, the coolest out of it, other than the gecko, because I'm a reptile freak, as you can see at the back. Um, and when you summon it, it just appears into existence. There's no, like, poofing from the smoke or, like, from ashes. None of that. I felt like, considering the cost of it, it should have like at least a cool summoning animation. Especially like the thing I do like is the Earth Shock Gecko. When you summon it, he burrows out of the ground. And I tried like so many times to get the Embermane Tiger to see if like it was bugging or something, and it just didn't. It would just be poof, it was there. into existence. No animation. It was just like, it felt like it was clipped in. That's the way I can describe it. And the only thing I disliked about the Winter Shroud cloak was when you were running, the animations felt stiff. But other than that, I really liked the Winter Shroud cloak. Like, legitimately, the Winter Shroud cloak had great width. It worked on the smaller body types, such as the Acolyte Rogue. It worked really well with the bigger models, like Sentinel and Primalist. It made you feel like you had that fantasy of you were from the Night Watch from Game of Thrones. And it just, like, the subtle animation of, like, the misty fog coming off it, the design of the blue and the white, really felt like it was, like, either, like, designed for, like, a glacial ice mage or, like, a Heoborn cold primalist. It was just, like, it was good in that. And, like, speaking from earlier, the Earthshock Gecko, when I was talking about the Ebermaid Tiger, is it had great summoning animation, like, coming out of the ground. It was meaty, impactful. It was just, it really worked. And then when the, like, gecko is sitting there and he's just, like, flapping the top of his head, looking around, and there's a little lightning particles. It was just, like, it was super cute, right? Like, the Emermaid Tiger has a cool item animation of the cat stretching out, right? But, like, let's be honest, cat animations and tigers, lions tend to be overused in games. So the gecko was, like, a refreshing take for me. And the Woodland Cloak, for me, out of all of the individual pieces, for cloaks was probably my favorite. It was simple, it's tattered, it's rummaged, it's the cloak you wear when you're an adventurer, and you just couldn't leave it behind. And not mention, regardless of armor sets you wear, whether it be the MTX armor set or the in-game basic armor sets, it just looked good on all of them. Like, it didn't look amazing on all the sets, but, like, regardless of the set, it works. And I think for your point value, because it's one of the cheapest cloaks, if not the cheapest, I remember, 50 points, it's just really good value. So, that was just some of my thoughts while making some of these videos and getting more of a deeper look into some of the individual MTX that I saw in the shop that weren't from the supporter packs. And speaking of the supporter packs, if you want to see the MTX supporter packs before you purchase them, I'll put a link to the description to the video down below. And if you liked today's video, please think about liking, subscribe, let me know, so that way I can keep making these videos for you guys, so you can be more picky about how you spend your budget. Thank you guys for being here. I appreciate every single one of you. Have a good one. Peace.